See, like, so I'll show you. This is similar to the setup that was on the bottom. If we boop there... Whoa, wait, it did get both. Why does it sometimes push to here? Okay, well, we'll just take our double boop. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for another Phobie stream, but we might have a split stream this evening. We might end up switching gears to some Vampire Survivors later on. We'll kind of see how it goes. All right, so we're on Penny Dropped. You made a brand new account. I've never been one to really do that, to be honest, in any game. I know a lot of people... You know, like, even when I played MMOs, I never was really an alt person either. It's kind of like once I've done that part of the experience, I'm okay with being done with that part of the experience. And before another 4-hour stream, exactly. 4 hours just for the last part, though. It's like, we'll get through everything else, and then all of a sudden we're doing the one thing forever. So what's our opponent doing here? Sure. So Electric Kitty, huh? Electric Cat. This is another phobia. It kind of goes in the category that we were talking about yesterday with, is there such a thing as a bad phobie? And so this is, oh, it's level 3. I can only assume that this actually does more damage to a electric phobie than a regular cat does. It has to, right? Or it serves literally no purpose. I have to imagine that that's the case. But it goes in the category of, like I was saying yesterday, of, is there such a thing as a bad phobia? And we may just die to a jar here. I presume that's what they're trying to set up here, right? I don't know if they can get it. Yeah, they should be able to. Yeah, they should get this. Which I guess is fine. Like, we could have swapped these, because I kind of expected this to happen. It would have been the better play, but I don't know. I think we'd go down and just eat their jar. So, 483? Like, we're gonna end up losing the cassowary. But we traded Cat and Cassowary for Jar, and I think that's okay. They cannot kill Stabby with this, so they're going to have to pull back. They did bank. They notably did bank. We could go to 5. I kind of want to go to 5 keys. So we're going to go Cowbell here. I want to go to 5 keys because I want to get, like, Cyclops or something online. Electric Cat is a pretty terrible normal cat if there's no mech. Exactly, Luffy. So this is bringing it back to that conversation. Electric Cat is a niche phobie. You generally, and presumably our opponent put this out there because they didn't have a better option at the time or something like that. As compared to, you know, they just wanted to use this, I guess. I don't know. I'm not convinced it's even useful against mechs. Can't one-shot a Cowbell. I think it would be ridiculous if it could. You know, it's not... I guess it's not unreasonable to say, hey, you should be able to be really good at the thing you're supposed to do, but at the same time, one-shotting a Cowbell feels like... I don't know. It feels like it would be too good then. Maybe it wouldn't be. I don't know, did this use the leap? It still has leap online, so the Cowbell's gonna die. I think we still take this point. And then we're going to... So if we go Cyclops, we're probably... And it ever gets hit by gas, we're gonna have to run it away very quickly. I don't really want to have to go Clinico on this map. We could roll up this and go for this turn, for next turn. Which isn't terrible. Like, we could go Unbearable Ginsting. I think we go with this to start, though, and the reason being is that this gives us more immediate map presence. I don't know that we want to be this aggressive, but they did lose their jar, so we shouldn't expect any surprise damage coming out. But yeah, the Electric Cat is interesting. I don't know. I get why it exists. I don't know that I like those sort of things that are so niche. It's not that it's, oh, this is a little bit weaker, but it's better against this one thing or some things. It's kind of like, this is useless except against, or verging on useless. It's not literally useless. You could always use it to just go cap a point. But it's like verging on useless except for this one unique purpose. And even then, it's not so overwhelmingly good, probably because it can't be, that it makes all that much of a difference. I don't know. I guess it's fine. So they banked to 6. That's a little scary. So this prevents us from getting gassed by the sheep. They could recap the top point, and then we just kill the cat and retake it. Since they banked to 6, like, what are they doing? Maybe we bank as well. Like, we don't have to force something here, and we have time. I think we're just going to wait. I wish they didn't have so many copycat phobies. I get why they did, and I don't mind it. Eventually, we would get there, right? Like, it is a reasonable reuse of resources. How was that for alliteration? And once you do it once, it kind of sets the precedent of they could do it at any point. So if they had, what is it, Kaboom, Kerbloom, and something, or is it Boom, Kaboom, and Kerbloom, or Dronies, or Kivos, or whatever. Once you do one of those, then it's like, okay, well, the cat's out of the bag. We're just going to do it with other things. To the discussion from the other night about having reskins as cosmetics or something, it does take a little bit away from there, because you kind of run out of options. But at the same time, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Electric Cat in range to hit a mech, sheep hits it instead. I mean, the sheep actually would do more damage, I think. 546 versus 445. Yep. So this can go here. I think we actually just keep hitting this. We could go here, bees. We're just going something big. Nope. So I originally moved this back to avoid the sheep, but I don't know that I care. It's so close that we could walk it back. I guess this is fine. This, I think, is more risky, the Gin Sting. Alright, so they elected to run the sheep away, which I was kind of expecting. Yeah, they leap and then walk away. Move the cat in. Oh, they're gonna... okay. We're gonna kill this. And now we can kill this? Question mark? This feels like we can get this now. This is 1,500 just between these two. Fair. Fair. That's a better play. That's a better play. And admittedly, I didn't prepare for that. We can punch through this pretty quickly. We might be able to even do this turn. I'm not sure. We'll see. So they use their leap, and the sheep is out of range, so they're not going to be able to really punish the Gin Sting here. Let's see what this is at, and then we'll decide what our next move is. 500. So if we, like, we can... No, we can't meatball, because flying can't hit. I feel like we bank. We're not under imminent threat. Like, we have a life lead. This thing has to run away. Because it can't stay here. It will die. Well, the meatball can't... I don't think meatball can hit the statue. Because you can't even target the statue as a flyer. I don't think. Maybe it's only regular attacks. So I don't think any of our stuff is in danger of dying. Special ability has special targeting. That's fair. That's fair. I can believe it. It's not a scenario that comes up all that often, as you'd imagine. If you hit and roll away, like... think we can still kill it? No, we can't. I mean, bees are up, but that's not enough. That's an erratic. Would have got Stabby a hit on Crushmore, which would have meant that it dies this turn. Like, it would have made sense. That's why I was considering it, and then... obviously, I was incorrect about the targeting. So erratic could prove to be an issue for us. Do we try and sheep the erratic? So if we move this any closer, it's gonna get hit with Splash from the erratic, which is a little unfortunate. We could get our own erratic online. Could alternatively go our own sheep, but... we're gonna go with our own erratic. Everybody's kind of seen this play before. From me, anyway. I'm not sure where we're going to end up putting Fish Tank, because it's in kind of a weird spot. Only to make erratic useless for a push. I'm not a fan of... well, oh, Wooly. I don't know why. I thought... you said Wooly, and I said it out loud. And then in my head, I'm thinking, sheep. And I don't know why. I guess because, like, wool. I don't know. I would have used Stairmaster. I'm not a huge fan of Stairmaster, but I don't hate the idea. They can't kill this even with the cat, which is kind of funny. We are somewhat in an awkward spot because this is dimensional. So this will trade. I guess favors us. That cat has literally been useless. It has not been fantastic, I can tell you that much. It has not really been fantastic. So this will get hit by erratic, but then we can move this in, hit it once with this, hit it twice with this. Is that something we want to do? Probably not. Like, this is probably fine. By probably, I mean, it is. This is likely to get sheeped. Which I guess is okay. I don't actually like our position a huge amount. We do have panic point control, so they're going to have to do something aggressive. And we can't... so say they dive with the sheep. We should be able to kill it and then walk Jinsting away. Like, just walk it back to the healing spa. Oh, they still had keys left. That's not good. Stairmaster's pretty good. Probably, like, Low A, high B, or tier phobie. We've talked about a tier list before. I would love to do one just kind of for fun, but I can't really speak to it too much because there's so many phobies that I've literally not seen. Like, there are phobies we don't even know that exist yet, so it's tough to... I mean, you could always do it within the context of what we know, but that isn't... You know, it isn't necessarily a spectacular measure. Alright, I think we have our play lined up. Since they went south, that means we can swing Fish Tank over the top. Plus, we can do this. And bees! Oh, they elected to not do that. Alright, so you have to walk away because you're gonna get hit with other stuff. If they decide to move up the erratic, we hit it twice with ours and probably walk Fish Tank away, I guess. I'm not sure. We'll see. Cat died exclusively to AoE. Yep. I think Stairmaster is good, but I still haven't used mine because it's a 4th, 5th, 5-key, 2-move, 2-range phobia I got. That's a lot of stuff. It's one overcrowded niche. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, for me, it's... what do we got? We got Stairmaster and we have Cyclops. So it's not necessarily overcrowded, but Cyclops typically, because of the added tankiness, the additional damage on Stairmaster hasn't really broken too many, or hasn't hit too many breakpoints for me, so it's not that big of a deal most of the time. So this is going to do 7, 8, 26. I don't think this kills it. It does, really, wow. So, we're still going to get hit with Splash here, but we're not going to die to the erratic. We can kind of back off and then wait for this to heal up, I think. Maybe. Or, honestly, I might just send Fish Tank face and say, you can't catch me in time. Like, we'll walk the Ginsting back up, recap the points, put Fish Tank, like, here at this top hex, and say, come get me. Because we can't stand here and man-fight their erratic, right? So we just do this. And then as soon as they choose, like if they try to come back for the Fish Tank, then we're gonna move Ginsting out to recap the bottom point. The 3 to 6 cost units are definitely the bulk of the game. I'd agree there. And it makes sense because, and I've talked about this before, that there very much is a tendency to say, hey, I'm gonna go all in, like save up for my big units. But then you're very tall, and as soon as you lose one of them, it's verging on catastrophic. You have the panic points, but I don't think you can race us here. How much do we heal? Because we can't really run. I mean, we can run, but... We have 900 health. That's 8... 944. We're actually gonna die if we stay. This keeps us alive for one turn. They can go cap that, but we're doing more damage with Fish Tank. Fish Tank is racing all the panic points. Have you heard of a phobie called Gargles? Is Gargles the new undead thing? Got him! Got him! Honestly, it sounds like a phobie. It sounds like a phobie. GG! We got him. Good start to the night, chat. Good start. This is a cool thing that I would actually like to see more of. Maybe not necessarily petrify, but a... Like, why isn't there a werewolf or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde sort of phobie? Where its ability is it, like, flips between modes. Yeah, Mildred we ran into the other night. I think I played a couple of different Mildreds. The animation is hilarious. It kind of feels like Mildred was one of their first phobies, because the amount of stuff that's in the animation, it just feels like there's more. You know what I mean? Start a new game this king. Thinking I would get new starting phobies. It does sound like it's somewhat random, Boppy. I don't know if it actually is, but there does seem to be a random component to it. Someone played Hydra on me, and I just slapped Ray Charles on the map, and Hydra did literally nothing. Nice. Nice. Gotta feel good. Well, unless you're the other guy. I had the same idea for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah, it seems like it's a werewolf thing, or some kind of were creature, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, whatever transformational thing, or hell, I love Transformers, do a mechanical phobie that has different modes and transforms. Another thing that they could do that they don't have right now, I mean, there's tons of ideas. We could be here all night coming up with ideas, but like a phobie that changes attributes based on its health remaining. So like, say it goes under 50% health, it gets an attack boost, or it turns into another phobie, or, you know, insert a bunch of other effects. There's a lot of things that can be played around with, and there's tons of options. It just depends on what they want to do. Like, he can heal on turn, but the other turn he turns into a tank. That would be cool. I feel like it would have to be, like, maybe not necessarily a tank, but more... We probably need more HP, for obvious reasons, but maybe more of a DPS focus. Alright, let's jump into another game. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind for me is... if anybody remembers the old miniatures game Mage Knight, one of the monsters in that game, and not like it's a unique concept, but this is the one that always jumps to mind, was a crypt worm, that as it took damage, its damage output actually went up. So I always thought that was a cool mechanic. Not that, again, even that wasn't even the first time I saw it, but for some reason that sticks in my mind. And that would be something cool for a phobie. Q sniped. Ah, it's DT. Nice. I see you're not using the electric cat, DT. Hey, good morning. Yep. Got on that stream grind. Gotta go for consistency, right? Alright, so wait, if we go here... How much damage do we take? 3. We shouldn't die. You go here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to kill us. Heavy emphasis on the should. And if we occupy this space, you definitely can't. I actually forgot to open Jackalopes. Should have gone Jackalopes. Thanks a lot, Doc. Thanks a lot. That's a Jin Sting. That is, in fact, a Jin Sting. What do we do here? Do we match Jin Stings? We could have killed the cat, but now we would lose the cassowary, and I'm not willing to make that trade. We do have to back off or we end up losing stuff. I feel as though we kind of need to like get in there. We can't do something slow. We're going to try and make the slow plan work. I don't think this is going to work. We risk getting overwhelmed here, because we might end up just taking a ton of damage. Big patch day at Tona? Really? How bad? Like, when you say big, like, are we talking real big? Was it a bunch of new stuff or just reworking existing stuff? It sounds like it was reworks. Now that I got sleep after... Nice, Doc. It sounds like you are owed some sleep at that stage. It seems fair. So they could just walk up the cat, which seems like it's going to happen. And this is kind of what I was afraid of. Now, our opponent can also back all this up by just playing any random phobie. There's some new cards in additional reworks and at least one new treasure that I've seen. Nice. So did you just dive in and realize as you were playing, or did you look at the patch notes first? Yeah, we're going to get overwhelmed here. Actually, wait. You can move this down, hit for 500. We're using the unit that I always hate to use. And we're getting it right up in there. All up in there. I'm really not a big fan of sheep as of late. Just dived in. I was about to say that's the best way to do it, but I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but it is a way to do it. We should not die here. Unless I, like, grossly miscalculated. And then just walk this away, right? Yeah, that makes sense. And the problem is we can't dive with the sheep after the Jin Sting, because a 4 for a 4 might be a decent trade, because a Clinico can just come out and undo everything, and we've just incinerated 4 keys for no purpose. So we're still in a rough spot. At least they didn't... On the previous turn, I was expecting them to send the cowbell in order to cap the bottom point. Which I think would have been worth it, to be honest. I didn't... Why was that... 543. Oh, I do more damage than I thought I did. So, hilariously enough, killing this gets us a move. I mean, we die. Well, not die, but we take damage. These could all fly down. So you go over here. Like, they could kill the sheep here relatively easily. So we're going to set this up to try and threaten some defense. You know, like, a Jin Sting dive would net a sheep kill. But you can't do it with just the Jin Sting or the Murder Fly. You have to commit both, and I think we can get both in return, which is what we would want the sheep to do anyway. So we have 12 keys left, as well as our opponent, but we're going to have to sacrifice some keys soon in order to just try and retake some points. This was kind of expected, because this should die. Oh, it doesn't. Well, I guess they can run the fly down. Because then we can clear this out. Like, if they put the fly here, then we can clear that out, walk the jar away, and then put the sheep in. We do have Leap online. So So we might be able to get the Gin Sting. Because that'll kill it, but not kill the jar. This walks up. This walks up. You walk up. Hit the Gin Sting. Oh, we're not going to get it. It's going to be just shy. This might not be worth it. We're kind of committing to the play. Oh god, this was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. We needed to still walk the jar away. Because this is probably going to result in a dead jar and a dead sheep. The jar needed to be back here. For a brief moment, as I was running out of time, like, oh, I could walk the jar up and shoot the Gin Sting. But we can't do that. Wait, what is that? Oh, that was a Metabot. Could have charged him with the sheep and poisoned Gin Sting in the Murder Wing. On when? This last turn? Or were you talking about 2 turns ago? Because I was planning on doing that 2 turns ago if we had the opportunity. But here, just because of where the sheep was positioned, we didn't really have an opening. So yeah, we're going to result in a dead sheep here. And a dead jar. And a dead cassowary. Like, we just threw. Why does it say 2? I think that was actions remaining. So yeah, we basically just lost the game this turn. The jars should have been back here, but, you know. I wasn't counting on Metabot, honestly. That did not cross my mind. So let's see, what do we do here? How do we come back from this? I don't know that we can. Our opponent still has 7 keys, like we do, but they have a significantly better board position. I think it's just a visual bug there that it was showing the 2, like, how many actions they had left. I don't think that has any bearing, like... I feel as though I've seen that before, where I could see how many actions are remaining on my opponent's stuff, but maybe I'm imagining things, I don't know. Yeah, that turn was really bad. I knew we were going to lose the sheep as a result of this, but like I said, I didn't anticipate the Metabot. Mostly because I haven't seen it that much, so it's kind of like I forgot that card exists, or that phobie exists. Ah! This lived with 15 health, lol. Interesting, okay. A bold move, Cotton. So Meatball should be back online. They banked to 7. Meatball's back online. This is melee, right? Yeah, so this can't get in range and attack. If they went here, they could have flown in and hit this and then also Meatball, but I don't know if that matters. I don't see a need to commit a phobie this turn, and whether we go a single 7 or 4-3 or 5-2 or something will be contingent on what we see on the other side. I've mentioned this even earlier tonight to a degree, that I've found investing a ton of keys into a singularly large phobie, like a 7 key, can be okay, but often I've found I'm better off getting multiple medium or a lot of smaller key units. The reason being is that the multitude of units will add up to... Whoa, wait, what? They generally add up to more damage. Oh yeah, this has a pull, right? Oh boy. So that's going to kill something. That's going to kill something. Just the question is what? Do we go fish tank again? You go here, you can hit here. But if you were to pull us in here, I don't think it matters because these two are melee. Well, this can get around. 2, 3. So you get hit with this, this, and this. We need something else to support this, or we have to move it. We'll go like this. We do have the panic point advantage, so our opponent has to commit into us. 2 of their phobies, namely the Metabot and the Droney, are not offensive threats. But I don't know if we have enough time to burn this down. Like, we have to one-shot this, or it just gets healed up. And if that happens, we're talking about dealing 2,300 and change, I guess, instead of simply 1,300. It's a lot. Got my stitches taken out finally, by the way, though we spent most of the visit low-key treating my burn without... Oh, Jesus. Luffy, what are you doing? You gotta take care of yourself, man. Well, I mean, I guess you are, to a degree, but... I hope everything heals well. Like, that stuff can be very scary. Like, it's one thing, like, I remember... It's like channeling my dad. You know, you feel you don't... I think as a kid, or a younger person, you don't, like, feel immortal in the sense of, like, you consciously aware of, like, I can't be hurt or I'm gonna live forever. But you definitely don't think the same way about, like, injuries as you do as an adult. Being an adult is a much different story when it comes to injuries. We're gonna meatball this. Droney attacked, but I ran out of time. Oh, no! I had a feeling that was the case, DT. Would that have killed it? We're at 150. So you would have killed this, which means we would have gotten... it would have been 425 plus 531 plus... I think we still kill the spider, but we don't get Murderfly as a result of this exchange. Because Droney would have traded due to the stabby hit. I could be mathing this wrong, but I'm pretty sure we get the spider anyway. Injuries are similar to recovery time this change. Well, I mean, that's part of it, Doc. Exactly. Like, you're just not quite as sturdy as you once were. Or at least I know I'm not. You gotta do what you gotta do, Atona, and that has come up before. GG, DT. GG, DT. Arena is stressful, you make it look simple. The key is to have fun, and I'm not even joking. Like, it sounds stupid, but... And I talk about this on a lot of streams. I'm a competitive person. I play tournaments for decades now. When I played sports, I was always highly competitive. It's always, if you're not first, you're last. Shout out to my Ricky Bobby fans. And the thing is even now where there's no tournaments for Phobies, and I'm not like, there's no real competition. I don't care about ladder. Part of it is not taking it too seriously, but at the same time, it's also a matter of the winning will happen, but the key is acquisition of knowledge, trying to improve, because just like if you're playing chess or Go or something like that, you just have to not panic when you're playing. Because guess what? You're gonna lose. Nobody in the history of these sort of games has won 100% of their games. At least not over the long haul. Obviously, if you're like, log in, win a game, retire, rats, you've won every game. But I think a lot of people put too much emphasis on each individual game, and I hate to lean on these sort of things, but like in Magic or poker or other games, it's often the long haul to smooth out the variance. It's a similar thing here where there's no variance, but it's a matter of just simply, again, you're not going to win every game, so you have to look at your growth as a player over the long haul. Any short interval could have really high highs or really low lows. Where, I mean, we've had streams like that where I'm crushing it, and we go X and 1 or X and O the whole stream. And then other nights where chat was laughing about it earlier, in before 45-hour stream, because I can't end the stream on a loss. I mean, I have before, but like, I don't like to. So it's just a matter of, you gotta have fun while you're doing it. Alright, we're back on Raining Worms, which, speaking of trying to have fun in losing efforts, I don't remember the last time I've won a game on this map. So, we gotta try and do something differently. I just legitimately have no idea what that differently is. We are going to open in a similar fashion as what we normally do. Now, we're going to go Murderfly for sure. We're going to go Murderfly for sure. But I don't know if we go Cat, we can get a 7 online. But do we want a 7 right now? I don't think so. I don't even know that we want a 6. I don't think we really want a 3 to go get trapped up there, but I think sending Cassowary up here is fine. I didn't check, like, this is a pretty high-level Murderfly. It's a level 8. But we can hypothetically kill the Murderfly with the Cassowary. Like, that's a thing that could happen. Yeah, Rambolina is great here. Yeah, controlling the middle is also super important on this map. I just end up losing control, and then the game spirals out from there. The problem I've had with Rambolina is, like, everybody knows what's going to happen, right? So, if they are paying attention, it is very challenging to actually boop somebody with it. So I think what they did with the Stairmaster is actually a similar vein to what we're going to do. Whoop. Although what I think they're trying to do here, they might be able to trap our Murderfly. They could just invade down here also. So they should not be able to kill this. It's 5, 10, we'll say 11... 12, 13. So this is relatively safe and should be able to fight whatever they send down here. Yeah, try to play Rambolina mid-game so they have less time to prepare. Exactly. Stuff like Rambolina and some of the other higher-end phobies are absolutely intended to induce panic. Like, oh my god, I can't react to this. And then you just cause them to do something weird. Eventually they make a mistake. Even if it's not a Rambolina boop mistake, you can try and push them into a position where they have to do something weird, and then they expose something. Because it doesn't matter that necessarily the Rambolina gets a boop. It would be nice. But if Rambolina forces them to misposition, that's what you're happy about. Restricting the movement of their army long-term is better than getting one boop one time. Yes. I generally agree. So we do need to get something to, like, sacrifice to run onto the point. I kind of want to get a 7 online, and I don't like the lack of mobility with this, but the game plan is we're going to run Flopsy in. We kind of need to kill this first, though, before we run Flopsy in. They obviously take the bottom point with Chargels. Try Morty sniping. Yeah, Morty is something I need to try on this map. So princes and princesses are now just royal. There's a level 3 treasure that makes all your royal monsters have slay +1/+1 permanently. Royals might be able to have an endgame without transitioning into being not royals. Now, maybe, but probably not. I don't know. That sounds pretty strong. Like, that's almost a bad moon. Granted, you have to commit, but at the same time, like, that seems pretty strong, Atona. Granted, it's been forever since I played that game, so who the hell knows. So our Morty does what, like 700? Almost 800. We can wait a turn to get set up and get into position. We just don't want to lose something unnecessarily. So, like, moving the Murderfly here exposes it to a Ray Chargels and a Stairmaster attack. If we Morty here... That's 6, 7, 8. 780. Like, this could be lethal, so we do this. Because if Ray Chargels comes in, this and this might be able to kill it. It should, air quotes. We'll see. Like I said, I also just kind of want to force Morty and see. Vanepire's bad, but when everybody is passively a Vanepire in addition to other stuff, it also stacks a bad Moon and Cloak. Exactly, Atona. I mean, Vanepire's okay. But it's, unless you already have one of the other treasures to support it, and you get a couple early fights to make it happen, it's awkward. Yeah, be careful of Ray Chargels is right. We want to be able to, like I said, hopefully commit onto this, but they're appropriately pulling it back. That's an erratic. So I think we're going to end up trading key inefficiently here. Because, like, the Cassowary's going to die here. They probably end up getting the... Getting this. Is there a reason to put that up there? I don't know if there is. I guess they can move here and be untouched. So if we move around the bottom, we're exposed to Ray Chargels. I think we bank keys from here. But I also think we want to get a bank keys specifically for Rambolina and see if we can force something to happen. I think this is just erratic. It's not necessarily that it's countering anything. It's just like, okay, this is a level 7 erratic. It's a good phobie sort of thing. And plus, as Luffy mentioned, units clump on this map. Okay, so they're going to kill this but leave the point. I guess that makes sense. This erratic is what you call not having klepto. I've been in that position a few times. I've been in that position. Alright, so we still can't get the Chargels. I don't know that this Morty was worth it. It seems like it was a little ambitious, we'll say. So they can hit it for, we'll say 6, 10, 15... 15 or so. If they dive close, and then hopefully we can punish them for it. They may be saving up for a 9 key. I think you're right. I kind of think you're right. I don't really like the sheep here, but I don't hate it either. I don't know. They can dive our murder fly. I doubt they'll do that because we should get more keys in return. Mildred could be real bad. See, like, we're gonna boop the eyeball here safely and put damage on Ray Chargels. Maybe it isn't safe? Because we get hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the Rambolina might die here, but we could hypothetically get a double boop. But we'll push all of these. Yeah, we push everything. Yeah, it'll boop it, but it won't kill it. Because I think it's going to boop it up. So, like, if we go here, we just have to see how this works. It doesn't even boop it, it just pushes it because it has nowhere to go. We can't stay in this spot. Actually, can't stay there at all. So this means that this will also get hit with Splash. I don't know that that's the end of the world. The sheep being here gets hit by 1, 2, 3, and that body blocks. I don't know that we can free the sheep. They have 11 keys still. Like, this is scary. We're not in a good spot, I don't think. If we send this... Alright, we're just gonna have to go with this. I don't know, the boop might have been aggressive. I feel like that was a bait. Because we'll be -1 keys on this exchange.
Oh, no. No!
It won't kill the... So killing the Unbearable is worse. The reason for that is the Stairmaster will end up on this hex down here. It won't go off the map. And then we're getting less keys out of it. Like, the Stairmaster is a bigger threat than the Unbearable. Or at least I'm evaluating as it is. Now, I could be wrong on that. Like, maybe we need to value the Unbearable as a bigger threat. And it would have been more valuable to hit the Unbearable. But hitting the Unbearable would not kill both. Or I wouldn't expect it to. Could have put Morty to body block? We could. Body blocking with a 700 health 5 key unit feels terrible, though. That and you would be standing next to Erratic. Also another reason, because, like, we 100% lose Rambolina in that scenario, right? Like, there's no way Rambolina lives. Hypothetically, I guess if we, like, people are saying if we hit the whatever ahead of time, maybe. So we could do this and they jar. And that would be super obnoxious. Is this worth it? Like, we lose that. So I don't know that that was worth. I don't know if this was worth it. Yeah, it's a range of erratic, but if we go here, it'll still be in range of erratic. I just don't know if this is... Like, we could do this instead. Whoop. Because they can't hit this all the way up here. We have the majority of the panic points. We poison these two. The problem is that this gives them the opportunity to try and heal them. Well, Morty has to be in the kill zone in order to guarantee the kill on this. Right now, there's no guarantee that this dies. So we could be offering up the sheep for nothing. This is exactly it. Now, we would have been trading 5 keys in Morty for 4 keys in the sheep, but hypothetically, it would have been 9 for 8, so I guess... This is better? I don't know. We still have another turn for Boop to be on... Or actually, is Boop online this turn? Boop might be online this turn. Rambolina will die, but that means we traded it for 9 keys. Which I guess is okay. So it's our 10 keys to their 8. Yeah, it's not online yet. So they have a chance, like they have an opportunity to move it. This has got to leave. They could get a big 8, which would be scary. We could go, like, our own erratic plus Ginsting or something. Like, Ginsting seems solid here, hypothetically. We could alternatively go Stairmaster Woolly Bully. We could also just wait. Yeah, I think Ginsting is our play here. Due to the clumping, like they have 2 things that are going to naturally clump in Unbearable and Erratic, plus the sheep which wants to get in the middle, so another range guy is going to be good. The thing is that I don't want to tie up like 7 keys in Ginsting plus Clinico, for example. But that may be what happens. So they probably send sheep up here. They send sheep to the top, and then they offer up Ray Chargels or Murderfly on the bottom. Oh, I don't think you want to do that. We're killing that erratic. That guy's getting booped. Chat, there's a boop in the future. No Flesh Crawler. Yeah, I haven't gone Flesh Crawler in the last few games. And it's not because I don't like it. Like, I actually like Flesh Crawler. I think it's pretty solid. But chat, I'm getting excited. I think there's a boop in the future. It's a big old boop. Oh, God. Maybe we do need that erratic, chat. I think we need that erratic. I think we need that erratic. See, like, so I'll show you. This is similar to the setup that was on the bottom. If we boop there, Whoa, wait, it did get both. Why does it sometimes push to here? Okay, well, we'll just take our double boop. Like, what? I don't... That is not what... Like, it should have pushed the other thing... If we push it here, like, I would have expected it to go up. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yes, because the Clinico is blocking, that's true. There was an open space down here where there was not an open space up here, so that makes sense. That's fair. Get a little chomp action going for that one. That one's some severe chompage. Yo, that guy is mad. Yo, that guy is mad. Yo, that guy is mad. Bees. GG. Bees. I don't know what we're doing here. More bees. GG. I don't think they can clear this out. If they can, we just offered up as many keys to our opponent as they did to us. I didn't actually count this. I was so taken aback by that it was just like, oh my god. We may or may not have tilted our opponent. I don't know. It's almost sad, the reaction. Yeah. It is a risky play. It is a risky play. The reason I'm doing this is because I was trying to body block to not have them connect up here, but it might have been better. I'll have to go back and watch the replay and just make up a new reaction. It might be funnier that it was confusion, though, Luffy. Confusion might be funnier. That should be the boop thing. Like, wait, what? That's how that works? People are going to watch this game on YouTube and be like, you fool! But yeah, down here, I don't think that one would have worked that way. Because there was an open space here. So if we hit the unbearable, the Stairmaster is going to slide here. I mean, they were out a window. I think our opponents straight up, just like, if they were on their phone, it's out the window. If they're on their PC, they ripped their monitor off their desk and threw it across the room. They're 100% not at their desk right now. And honestly, I cannot blame them. Oh yeah, that person just checked out. Even if they didn't rage, if our opponent didn't rage, they absolutely said, yep. Clicking that X. Alt F4. I'm out of this game. It doesn't really matter how we do this, truthfully. And we still have another 6 keys left, so we could have gotten an erratic or something online anyway, but obviously I'm pretty sure our opponent left after that one. Yeah. GG. GG. We'll take it. I was going to be happy with just booping the erratic. I was going to be happy with booping the erratic, and I hit the fish tank just to test it, to be like, okay, well, where's the fish tank going to end up? It feels a little inconsistent sometimes, because it could have also pushed the fish tank down, I think. Because it was Clinico, fish tank, erratic. We hit the fish tank. Fish tank can't go back because of the erratic. So it could have gone left or right, and it just, I guess it favors this. Was the bat there? I can't see it now, but the bat might have been there. And if that's the case, then that makes sense. That makes sense, then. I mean, So the key, chat, is for me to call out how many wins I'm targeting at the beginning of the stream, because we just went 3-0. We just went 3-0. Yeah, they perfectly played around except for the Abyss part. Exactly. Just that minor detail. But that's going to do it for tonight, everybody. So as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And Black Lives Matter.